Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow. I've just been making a video for my YouTube when I heard somebody at the door, and it was the parcel guy. And he's brought me my whole Stampin' Up order, but inside is this kit. It's the Cozy and Bright kit that's available at the moment from Stampin' Up, and it's a Christmas kit. And I was so excited to open it, I thought I would open it with you and start to make some of the cards. So let's take off the plastic wrap. It's in a paper pumpkin shaped box, but it's not paper pumpkin. It's one that's available all the time until stocks run out. And I've purposely not watched anybody else make their cards from it because I wanted to be surprised. And sometimes if I watch somebody else make theirs, then when mine comes, I think, oh, I know how to make that. I'll pop it on one side. But I didn't want to do that. I haven't seen Stampin' Up do a kit like this before, where all of the cards are the same. Usually when we get a kit, it will have different designs. It might have 2 or 3 different designs. But this one is a kit where each card is the same. And let me just see if we could see this on there. Here are the sentiments. Celebrate the season. All is cozy and bright. May this holiday warm your heart. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. Orange, you glad it's Christmas, which is a play on words because it has these oranges in. Happy Christmas and a joyous new year. And all of the sentiments fit on the labels that come in the box. So you can use any of the sentiments you like. You can use the same one. You could make a whole raft of different ones, whatever you wanted. The stamping spot that comes with it is Poppy Parade, and I did know that from when I ordered it. So I've just got my Poppy Parade large ink pad out. I tend to use these in little kits for people, or I will use them when I go away, maybe in the trailer and I'm crafting and I don't want to take all of my big inks. So I'll pop that on one side. Oh, it's stuck in the bottom. There we go. And these boxes that they come in, you see how they've got just like a pattern all the way around? You can decorate the front of this to use as a gift box for things. I've used them for birthday presents. Sometimes I've made sets of cards to put in them, but I always just put something else on the front with a design. And sometimes if it is a box of cards, I might use one of the cards as the front. So I like those. I keep those boxes. Okay, so the Cozy and Bright kit. So let's have a look. I won't have time to make all of them. I'm only going to make one, but at least we'll get an idea of what it all looks like. But the wrap is very tight. I'm going to have to cut a little bit more down here. There we go. That's better. And I think really the only pieces I throw away are like this piece of the cellophane and, you know, odd little bits like the backing of a paper. I keep these pieces because I make journals with these. See how nice and thick they are? They're great for making mini albums, journals. So I keep those. I've got my instructions there. It looks like linen thread in here and a stamp block. Again, I don't tend to use these stamp blocks when I'm stamping because I've already got all of my own with this little groove in. Stampin' Up sell these with a groove that I like better. Just I have arthritis in my thumb and I find it easier to hold these. But I will put these in little kits if I'm making them. Okay, now what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4 of these with oranges and star anise on. Oh, they're stickers. They've already got sticky on the back. Okay, so we've got those stickers. A sheet of dimensionals. That's a big sheet as well. I've got one that's out of our dimensionals packs, and I'm already using that, so I'll pop that on one side. keep that and I'll use these ones up first. Here are our envelopes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's turn those around. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's going to make 12 cards. I couldn't actually remember how many it made. I was thinking it was 10, but it's going to make 12. And you see each of them are printed on the left-hand side there, so it will coordinate with our cards. Put those over there. Oh, here's some more oranges. Star anise and cinnamon sticks. These ones are not stickers, these ones are pop-outs. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Okay, and then here are our labels. Oh, I wonder if you can see those. I wonder if the camera's picking them up. They're rectangles, but see how they're cut on an angle at each end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 14. That means you could make 2 mistakes. So there's 2 extra ones. And then here's our card bases. Oh, that's pretty. It has like a gold foiling as a splatter pattern. And they're on evening evergreen. And as I said, all of them are exactly the same. So I only need to take one out. I don't know what the other colours are. Let's just check. Cajun Craze. Oh, that's for the cinnamon and the star anise. Early Espresso. That must be the brown in the pine cones. Evening Evergreen, which is the background here. Garden Green. That's these leaves. Oh, Evening Evergreen is on these little leaves for the berries as well. Poppy Parade, that's going to be our stamp, and these little red berries, and Pumpkin Pie for the orange. Okay, and it shows you on the back everything that you should get in. And then the little QR codes for beginners. Scan this QR code and learn Stampin' Basics, or scan this QR card for detailed instructions for the kit. Ah, nice. And then it seems really strange only having one picture or one set of cards. I'm used to having lots of different ones, and on the back as well. I do like this that Stampin' Up started to do a little while back, where you have a ruler at the side or a measure at the side. And when you have to cut something, like it says to cut the twine, at least you don't have to go and find a ruler or your own measure. You can use the ones at the side. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's start at the beginning. So I've got one card base, and it says to fold it in half. So we'll fold it in half and go down with our bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder to hand, sometimes I'll just use a stamp block and I just go down. Okay. And then I need one large orange. Sometimes when you do a die cut, you know how you get those tiny little edges where it's been held in place? Sometimes I'll just cut those off. If they stick out a lot and they bother me, and I'll just go around and trim those off. Sometimes they don't bother me, sometimes you can barely see them. But just those ones, they stuck out a little bit. Okay, so one of those, one of these with the cinnamon and the star anise. And again, I'm just going to go down and get those little pieces off. Probably, you know, you're not going to be able to see these because they'll be behind something. Or okay, I can't take the pieces off there, and I don't need to because it's a sticker. Oh, I won't need any more of those. A piece of twine. Let me get my twine, 12 inches long. Let's open this. There's the end, there it is. So it's actually, oh, look, that's only going up to 9. So I'm going to go to 0 and then add 3. There we go. They usually give you a bit extra. So if you're, you know, a tiny touch out, it won't matter. Now this is a bit curly, so I'm just going to go down it with my thumb on my finger, and that will straighten it out a little bit more. There we go. That's easier then for tying. Okay, oops, stuck on my finger. Dimensionals, which I have, my block, which I have, and I've got my big ink pad. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it backwards. So it says to stamp our sentiment first. Let's move these out of the way. I know I need one of them. So I've got my sentiments here, and I've got my ink pad, and I just need to choose which one I'm going to use and put it on a stamp block. Okay, so happy Christmas and a joyous new year. All is cozy and bright. Celebrate the season. May this holiday warm your heart. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. Now, I tend to say Happy Christmas, so I'm going with the Happy Christmas for this one. But I'm not going to make them all the same. I might do a few of each. You know, putting that on my block. And because it's a new stamp set, I'm just going to go over it with my thumb. And that just gets rid of any oils, or sort of primes your stamp a little bit. And then I'm just going to pop it on again, just in case I'd stretched it a little. Okay. And I've got my Copper Parade. Now this will stain the stamps because it's a red ink, and that's totally normal. And it doesn't matter at all, because once you clean it, that staining might still be there. Well, it will still be there, but it doesn't transfer. I'm going to stamp this one here. Oh, I have to move it down a little bit, just so that I can see it. Try and stamp it straight, but I'm at a strange angle, so I can't always see straight on this. No, I think that looks good. I'm happy with that. I'm going to just clean my stamp straight away, and you'll see what I mean. Not all of the red will come off. Can you see how it's still a pinky shade? And that's just because that's what red ink does. So if you use a brown or a light of navy, or any of the red inks, that will happen. And I know sometimes people think, oh no, I can't stamp with that again. It will make it go red everywhere, but it really doesn't. Okay, let's take this one out. Oops. Push that out. I like to leave these in the like the sheet of them while I'm stamping. It just makes it easier because the little piece isn't moving around, it isn't wriggling around. Cut these little edges off. There we go. Let's put that there. So we've done the stamping. Number 2. So that's what we're on. So we need to have the card base here. Now check that I've got it open in the right way and it's turned the right way around. And I need the sticker. It's showing me that it's this sheet, the sticker sheet. I'm going to take this one off. And I need to position it so that it's over these leaves and I can still see the berries here. So let me see. Oh, it covers over a tiny bit of this leaf on this side. I think it goes up a little bit more because I have to be able to see this pine cone as well. So I'm just going to roll it a little bit that way. There we go. That's the only thing. So number 3, I need the die cut one, and it's got, oh, let me move it over so you can see, it's got 3 dimensionals on. So let's pop those on the back. 1, 2 and 3. Oops. Let me take those backings off. The instructions are always super simple with Stampin' Up. Because they print everything in colour, you can see exactly where everything's going. This is going to be covering this leaf here a little. I can see the 2 leaves here. And it's covering over a little bit of this bigger pine cone. And it's just touching over the middle of that orange. So there we are. Okay, now my 12-inch piece of twine, we need to tie around the star anise. Okay, so I've got my star anise, and it looks like it goes around twice and then a bow. Okay, so this way once, twice, and then a little bow. Oh, I haven't quite got that in the middle. I'm just going to move that a little bit so that I've got enough to tie a bow with on the other side. So 2 and 2, and the bow ties where the sticks cross. Okay. Probably won't be able to tie a bow because I'm filming. That's often the case. Yeah, I can tie beautiful bows when nobody's watching, but I come to film something and it looks like a dog's dinner. But let's just see. Okay. Actually, that's a pretty nice bow. Just going to move those little loops a little bit like this. Where does that need to be? Oh, I think I tied it upside down. I did. I'm just going to tie that again, just in case it matters which way the tails are going. So I got it this way, and the tails need to come down. Okay, I'm going to make those loops a little bit smaller. I'm not sure you need as much as 12 inches because I've got quite a lot of length left here. But I'm not going to alter them until I've got it on my card though. Okay, so on the back we need 2 dimensionals. I'm going to turn this round, and it has one at the top here and one on the star anise part. Oh, I've got 2. 2 together there. Right, and then let's see, it's going to go this way around, and oh, I see that the dimensionals will go on the card base, and this part will just overlap the orange a tiny bit. Let's see where we want to have it. You can see some of this greenery. It's just going to go down there. Okay. Nice. I will need to trim those little tails. Let me get the... I'm not using my ribbon scissors because actually this twine usually cuts really easily. There we go. It's not like cutting ribbon where it might fray. Okay. Now what do we need? So now I need my sentiment. See where I hid that? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. And I need 2 dimensionals. Now, where am I going to put these? Oh, I see. The dimensionals will go over to this side because this is already propped up on dimensionals. So they will be at the back, but at this right-hand side here. Let's turn that over. So 1, 2. I've got all ink on my fingers. I do apologise. I've got it on from the video I was making a little earlier. Okay, now this goes just over here, underneath that ribbon a little, and over the orange bit, maybe a bit higher up, but let's pop that there, and across here. I think it needs to go that way a little bit. Maybe I've got this too far over. Just see. Needs to be a bit higher. There we go. Oops. I just want to make sure that's straight. There we go. Okay, now what do we need? Oh, we need that sticker sheet again. And we need 2 star anise. And one is going to go just behind this large orange here. Like that. And one is going to go on the top. And it fits on that whole orange there. that's it. Wow, they come together so quickly. I love that. I'm going to have lots of fun making the rest of those. And then look, once you've got it with the envelope, isn't that a pretty card to give? Very nice. I think I might just put a little bit of glue, like a glue dot or something on here, because otherwise this might lift up. So I'm going to pop a glue dot there. Excuse my reach. Let's just put one underneath. And that way it won't lift up. You could put a little bit of liquid glue or tear and tape or Stampin' Seal. I'm just conscious that I might catch it. Even going into the envelope, I might catch it. There we go. What a pretty little kit. Let's find the front of it again so you can just see. So it's the Cozy and Bright kit. And what a pretty little card it makes. Oh, thanks for watching me, and I'll see everybody again really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.